All right, so these are the 4 biggest mistakes that gym owners need to avoid in 2025. So let's jump straight into it. First one is not having enough social proof. Now, what gym owners need to understand is that, and I see this becoming year on year more basically prevalent, is that most people these days, especially in 2025 now, will be browsing online and as such discovering your gym online. And generally speaking, it's perfectly natural. People that are online versus someone that's maybe just, walking down the street and spots your, gym storefront, people online, generally speaking, are going to be far more skeptical because there's basically far more things that can go wrong online, basically, right? So whenever someone new does discover your gym, having not just lots of social proof, but lots of high quality social proof is going to disarm a lot of that skepticism. And it's going to do this because, normally if you basically place yourself in the mind of a prospect that might have a doubt or two about a gym that they've just looked up online, when they see that there are, dozens, maybe even hundreds of people that potentially could have been in the same boat as them, but that, took the metaphorical leap of faith and have been much better off for it ever since, that's going to basically eliminate a lot of that skepticism that the prospect has by seeing that other people that might have also been skeptical have gotten nothing but positive benefits and a good experience from your gym. And again, if you are really interested in this sort of stuff, I did a video that goes a lot more in depth to it. I'll leave that in the description below. All right, now the second mistake I see is running out of leads. Now, what I see far too often with a lot of gyms is they rely on walk-ins, and as such, they're basically relying on the seasonal boom and basically not boom. Basically when it's warmer, when it's hotter, generally speaking, what I've noticed is gyms are going to get more walk-ins rather versus when it's cold and miserable outside, right? Makes perfect sense. So you need to understand if, for instance, you're only relying on walk-ins, that's not going to be consistent because, seasons aren't consistent, right? And seeing our leads are quite literally the oxygen that your business and every other business needs to survive, it's important to have a constant source of new leads, basically. And there are a couple of ways that we can do this. Number one, you could run an ads campaign. These can be expensive and require quite a bit of expertise to manage, though. You could have a really well-optimized website, can be a lot cheaper, but also can be a bit tricky to sort of learn the ins and outs of. And something that is fairly easy for most gym owners, and something I would absolutely recommend to anyone watching this video, is social media. Market your gym on social media, market it well, and it's a really cheap and easy way to get lots of leads. And this leads me well into the third mistake that I see lots of gym owners making, and that is not having a strong online presence. Now, listen, there's absolutely nothing wrong with posting things like cat videos or funny memes all over your social media, but what I think a lot of gym owners doesn't understand is while, like I said, content like that isn't going to hurt your social media, it's not going to hurt your business, but it's certainly not going to grow it either. And that's because while, for example, your current clientele might, appreciate these posts, might find them funny, in reality, people that aren't familiar with you, aren't familiar with your gym, they're not really going to relate to it. So in reality, as fine as this sort of content is, it's not really going to attract people that aren't already paying clients of yours. Instead, what you should be doing is making content that's targeted towards basically addressing the problems that your target audience or target market have. So a couple examples of this could be, for example, valuable advice, or also just basically, informative content. Now, I have made a video about this already. If you are interested, I'll leave that in a link in the description. I go into a lot more depth, but to summarize, some examples of what some valuable advice or informative content could be, it could be, for example, if you're a personal training gym that specializes in strength and conditioning, it literally could be as simple as you holding your phone with a selfie style video, just being like, hi, I'm John from John's Gym, and today I'm gonna show you the top 5 exercises to build upper body muscle. It can be really, really simple. It doesn't have to have any sort of high quality video production to it. All it needs to be is valuable, informative, and basically targeted towards your, niche or target market. And now the fourth and final mistake that I see, that gym owners need to avoid in 2025 is revealing the price of their services far too early. Now, what you need to understand is unless you're a cheap gym, and when I say cheap gym, I mean, for example, a Planet Fitness and Anytime Fitness, basically a gym whose model relies on them having hundreds and hundreds of members, many of which never actually show up and use the gym. If that is not you, then this is super important for you, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, what you should do, and indeed what I recommend every single one of my clients actually do, is when, for example, a new prospect encounters your business, instead of immediately disclosing the price, whether it be on your website or text or whatever, what you want to do is basically invite them into your gym to give them a tour and basically show them how amazing your facility is. Take them for a tour. If you're a personal training gym, maybe show them, for example, what a classic one-on-one PT session could look like. If you're a classes gym and you have a class in progress, maybe, show them the class, show them how much fun everyone's having. And then after that, once you basically show the prospect around, once they have basically a lot of perceived value about your gym built up in their head, then you can reveal the price. And the reason for this, and the reason why this works so well, is because when you reveal the price after you basically show the prospect around and show them how amazing your gym is because once they've seen all that and then discover the price, they have something to anchor the price to. They have a perceived value in their head already. So then, for example, when they hear, oh, and this is $100 a month, $200 a month, they go, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense because, they've seen how amazing your gym is already. However, if, for example, you are a more pricey gym, $100 a month, for instance, for maybe a membership or whatever it is, and say, for example, you've got that price right on the front, in the middle, big bold letters on your website, right? That means that when that person comes in, already before they step through the door, they're going to be thinking, okay, is this worth $100 a month? Oh, I don't know about, the workout corner over there. Equipment doesn't look the best. Oh, I'm not sure if that's worth $100 a month. You're already fighting a massive uphill battle when the person knows the price. And as tempting as it is to reveal the price, although there are lots of people that will ask for the price before they come into your gym, try and implement this technique because it is so easy to do, and it is by far, if I could narrow all the pieces of advice I give to all my gym clients down to one singular thing, this is by far the thing that has the biggest impact. So if you are curious about how me and my company help gyms other than these videos, first link in the description, full disclosure, it is to a video that tries to book you into a meeting. But if you are interested, check it out. If not, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.